Hello guys, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the concept of role and organizational socialization. It's on Unit 7, MMPC 002. The idea of role comes from sociology and it is the pattern of actions expected of a person in his activities involving others. It arises as a result of the position one occupied in the social structure as he or she interacts with the other people. In order to be able to coordinate his work with others in an organization, one needs some way to anticipate their behavior as one interacts with them. Role performs this function in the social system. A person functions in role both on the job and away from it as shown in the figure 2. So here there is a figure 2, multiple role of an employee. Who is an employee? It's a leader and more and subordinate and accountant. So many roles are there for one employee. One person performs the occupational role of worker, the family role of father, and the social role of club president, and many others. In his various roles, he is both buyer and seller, boss and subordinate, a father and a son. So, like that. Okay. A role set is the entire configuration of sounding role as they affect a particular role, such as the foreman's role just described. That is, all the different persons with whom the foreman interacts in this role of foreman have role expectations concerning the way in which he should act, and these expectations collectively make up the role set for his role as foreman. This role set arises partly from the nature of the job itself, because managers in equivalent jobs but in different companies tended to perceive and play their role in about the same way. So this is one figure is there, role perception of a manager and employee. Okay, so here is a manager role, manager's perception of his own role, manager's perception of employee role, and manager's perception of the manager's role, and here the employee's perception of his role. So like that. When role expectation of a job are materially different or opposite, the incumbent in the job tended to be in role conflict because he cannot meet one expectation without rejecting the other. A president in one company faced role conflict, for example, when he learned that both the controller and the personnel director expected him to allocate that a manager bases his decision primarily on legitimacy, which expectations he thinks is more right and reasonably, and sanction how he thinks he will be affected if he follows one expectation in preferences to the others. In case role expectations are substantially unknown because of poor communication or are inadequately definite, role ambiguity exists and it is more difficult to predict how a person in that role will act. From a manager's point of view, a fuller understanding of roles should help him know what others expect of him and how he should act. Knowing this, he should be more adaptable to each unique role relationship. His decision making should improve because he will understand why other people are acting the way they are. So next is status and socialization. The social rank of a person comparison with others is social system is refers to as a status. Two kind of status exist, that is formal and informal. Formal status refers to the rank of people as designated by the authority structure of an organization. Informal status refers to the social rank which others accord to a person because of their feelings towards him. It is the position which one has in an informal social system. Status relationship need ranking and comparison, so two or more persons are required to make a status relationship. One must be higher and the other lower. Individuals are brought together in status system or status hierarchies which define their rank relative to others in the system. The desire of status is one of the strongest motivation forcing among people at work. The term loss phase is often used as a synonym for loss of status in a personal interaction and is Seriousness is widely recognized. And status is important only in the particular social group where the status is accorded rather than being some general characteristics which goes wherever a person goes. And next is socialization factors in organizational socialization. People coming into organization are not like raw material input possessing rigid specification. No amount of quality control and inspection will ensure that they are 99.99% perfect and uniform. They are individuals influenced by hierarchy factors, previous socialization process, and their other life experiences. In the socialization process, organizations are working with highly variable, heterogeneous, and somewhat imperfect human resources. To the extent that individuals have faced significantly different agricultural process in their earlier lives. They represent different input to the socialization process. Many studies have indicated that workers coming from different communities, that is rural versus urban, from different social classes or who are in other ways differentiate by past socialization have different expectations, motivation, behaviors and satisfactions. And influence of subcultures, relevance for gender and minority issues. The phenomena of socio-cultural divergence can be illustrated by looking at two groups in the workforce, women and minorities. We are born in two broad subcultures based on gender, that is male and female. These are obvious psychological differences, but how much these contribute to later differences in the behavior men and women is the subject of much controversy. A good deal of evidence suggests that much dissimilarities occurs because of different socialization process for men and women. And the next is cross-cultural comparison. The early socialization process deeply affected the expectation and behavior of a particular people. For example, in Japan, the Nenko system of lifetime commitment to and organization is often associated with centuries old behavior pattern and value orientation. This system is based on traditional Japanese values of respect for elders, the importance of family and group social system, and mutual responsibility, loyalty, and collaboration. However, the Nenko system is not universal in Japan. It is used only in the larger enterprises and does not cover temporary employees and outside contract workers. This system does appear to work well within the culture, but there are major questions about its appropriateness in other societies such as the United States. The reverse of this is also true. Many modern US corporate practices are not easily transferred to other countries. This becomes particularly evident in multinational corporation operating in a foreign country. In the organizational socialization process abroad, we may find that we are requiring people to develop attitudes, values and behavior patterns that are in conflict for the individuals. As we develop more varied and complex organization and recruit people from different subcultures, we can anticipate that the socialization process will become even more complex. Not only must individuals adjust, but the organization will have to adapt to the attitude, beliefs, and behavior patterns that different people bring into the organization. We see an increasing possibility of having more diverse values, views, and even lifestyle among different participants and groups within organization. Okay, so that's about today's session. And next section we will continue on next video onwards. If you have any doubts, you can contact our contact number also, or you can comment it on comment box. Okay, thank you so much.